Dalston Market, East London. A Hackney truancy sweep is on the lookout for pupils who should be in school.
Sorry, can I just ask you why your daughter's not in school today?
Because she's sick.
She's sick. Can I just take your details? We just want to know the reason why your child is not in school today. Did you ring school up this morning to let them know?
No.
So her absence is going to be unauthorised today?
Because this is just today.
Yeah, but what
you
you
should have rang them this morning.
But you should have rang them this morning, Mum, and just say, you know, to let them not well.
I told her tomorrow, her teacher.
Yeah, but it's always good to make first day contact, yeah?
Over the past 5 years, the Learning Trust that runs Hackney's education service has got much tougher on primary school attendance and made a 30% improvement.
Do you go to school most of the time?
With primary school children, it's parentally condoned absence rather than truancy that's the problem.
It's about challenging parents and letting them know that, you know, they can actually be prosecuted for unauthorised absence and they can actually end up with a criminal record.
The government offers a wide range of measures to improve attendance. But unlike some authorities, Hackney is prepared to use the most severe. Parents have faced court action and fines of up to £2,500.
Over the years, what had happened is the culture of Hackney had been that parents had perhaps thought maybe nothing happens if your child didn't attend school. So it seemed as though we had a backlog of families who had been, the attendance service had been working with for generations. Some parents may think that having the odd day off to go and see auntie or to go and buy a pair of shoes is acceptable, but it isn't. And what we're trying to point out is the importance of achieving. We're encouraging parents to work with us and to ensure their child attends regularly.
Kids not in school today?
No, not well.
Not well. Did you inform school to let them know?
They do know.
So what's wrong with you then? Got a cough?
Yeah, and I've got ready noses, my nose is blocked.
I've got parents, yeah?
That's a good cough. That's a good cough.
Thank you for your time. Sorry, excuse me, is your daughter school age?
Yeah,
How old is she?
5.
She should be at school.
It's very important that children go to school.
If she's I know. If she's well enough to go shopping, she's well enough to go to school, isn't she?
It's basically teaching them from a young age. Schooling is important. You have to go to school. I mean,
it's instilling discipline as well, because you know if you start just taking just odd days off from an early age, when it's time for you to go to secondary school, I mean, it's a big step from primary to secondary school, and a lot of primary children struggle with that.
The students know, the parents know, and the schools know that, you know, that we do actually take this all very seriously, and it does appear to be paying off.
Sam, quick! I can see another one. Quick! It's the afternoon now. You see, they're all out.
The Truancy Patrol reports absent children to their schools, and welfare attendance officers make follow-up visits to their families.
Are you her mum or?
Yeah.
The changes in Hackney are a response to findings showing the damage done to children who miss school.
It's absolutely clear that attendance and its impact on children's life chances and attainment has risen up the agenda over the last few years. Research has shown us that there is a very clear correlation between attendance and attainment, but also the other thing that it does impact upon is their social emotional skills and their ability to form relationships. And education is not just about examination results, it's about producing young people that are able to take responsible places in society. And those early habits are absolutely essential. It is very much harder to address educational achievement if they have formed poor habits with attendance at an early age.
Shacklewell Primary is a local success story. In 2002, Ofsted found their attendance unsatisfactory. But since then, the school has brought absences close to the national average. The school has tightened up attendance monitoring, brought in a breakfast club, and greatly improved communication with parents. But there's nervousness about resorting to Hackney's toughest measures.
I think imposing sanctions on parents is a very dangerous step to take. Some families are under considerable financial pressure. Some families may not have a wider support network.
who they can rely on, and imposing more stress on the family could lead it to breaking point. The local authority, though, doesn't relish in serving sanctions, and they will try everything they can to avoid taking that course of action.
It's Lakegate, monitored by Elaine King, Shacklewell's learning mentor, and Education Welfare Officer Victoria Weldon, who's paying her weekly visit to the school.
And we're monitoring late this morning. Your child is late this morning. Why are you late? You know you need to get here before 9 o'clock. You know he should be here 10 to 9.
I know.
Right.
Tell him.
You're the parent, so you should try and get him here on time. How are you, Bonnie?
Fine.
You're fine. You're late again.
Yeah, so I've been all right though. Last few weeks I've been getting all right. So,
Have you?
Yeah, I've been getting all right, haven't I?
Yeah,
Good.
I've just been getting earlier.
Victoria's also here to check on the more difficult attendance cases. Her first step is to make a written contract with parents, strongly backed by the threat of legal action.
I always say to the parent, even on my first day of meeting them, that this could end up in court. So they are aware right from the very beginning. I don't wait till 2 or 3 visits before informing the parents that at the end of the day, this is what is going to happen. I tell them right on my first visit. And it's up to the magistrate what sort of sentence they will be giving the parent. Sometimes we get a fine, sometimes we get conditional discharge, depending on the case and what the parent says in court. And sometimes we've had imprisonment.
2 years ago, a mother was sent to prison for 4 weeks after failing to send her children to school. The Learning Trust feels it sent out a clear message to parents.
In 12 months, we had visited the home 48 times. You know, we'd referred to social services, we'd refer to counselling services, voluntary organisations, connections, you know, we work with all the agencies. We could see from our figures over that sort of 4-week period, there was a vast improvement particularly in our primary schools. So it's about, and for me, I think it's about the threat of what may happen if you don't send your child to school.
Victoria's focusing on the case of Lauren, whose attendance recently fell to 67%. Last month, Victoria agreed a parenting contract with Lauren's mother.
There's been too many illnesses, so I wanted to know why and exactly what was wrong with her. And it transpired that because of the parents breaking up, Lauren was having difficulties.
So is Lauren in school today?
Lauren is not in school today. I actually called Mum at 8:30 this morning, and Mum said, oh, I was just about to call the school. Lauren has had a bad night. She's coughing, and she's got the flu, and she's not very well. She's throwing up. So what she's going to do is she's going to try and take Lauren to the doctor, to see the doctor sometime this morning.
Lauren's attendance has improved, but Victoria's visiting to keep up the pressure. In the parenting contract, Lauren's mother agreed to ensure regular attendance and provide medical evidence for any illness.
Hello, Lauren. How are you? Is Mummy in? Where are the dogs?
Oh, they're in the kitchen.
Is it locked? Because I'm scared of dogs. Hello, Michelle.
Excuse the house,
They're not going to come out, are they? I must say that, you know, she's done very well from the last time that the contract was signed. I mean, she's been coming in every day and she hasn't had any late. So all I can say to you is that continue with what you're doing. Obviously, I realised that this morning she's had virus infection and also you've taken her to the doctors, which is good, which is good because part of the contract is that when she's not well, it's really to take her to see the doctor.
No, but
and
you know
also
yourself, I mean, there's sometimes where you do ring up the surgery and they say there's no appointments and you think, God, what do I do now?
One of the actions that we decided is that Lauren should be in school at least 95%. If she's off for any reason, you notify the school.
No problem.
I just felt that it's important that I come and see Lauren for myself.
Problem.
Not because I don't believe you,
No, I understand
but because we're monitoring
Yeah.
her attendance very closely.
She's perked up a bit now. I think Lauren's very grown up for her age. You know, she helps me in the house. You know, she does things for me.
Yeah.
I say, but
So
Lauren,
what did the doctor give you?
Dispro.
Okay.
Dispro.
Okay.
This was... Do you want me to go and get it? There's your medicine I got this morning for Lauren.
Oh, thank you very much.
All right.
Yes, I can see that the date is the 28th of the 3rd, 07, which is today. I hope that, you know, she'll be well enough. So that is really your evidence, you know. We will continue to monitor this after the Easter holidays for another 4 weeks and so till the end of the first half term to see how she gets on. And I'll see you back in school tomorrow. I hope you're well tomorrow, yeah?
Just let me know she's all right.
Oh, sure, I will. Okay.
Thank you very much for coming.
You're welcome.
Okay.
And thanks very much,
And
Michelle.
I'll see you.
And I'll see you again. Bye, Lauren.
Bye. Good girl, Lauren.
Lauren's attendance problem began with the breakup of her parents' relationship last year.
Bye.
Okay, bye.
Did it worry you at all that she was missing school?
Yes, it did. Yes, it did. Because she was losing out on a lot of schoolwork. And like, once her dad had gone, she was really playing me up. Which, yes, it's understandable. When parents do break up, it does affect the children. But yeah, I mean, now we've pulled through, haven't we? Do you feel a lot happier now?
Yeah.
Take your hand out your mouth.
And did the parenting contract make any difference?
Yeah, it did.
Well, how did that help?
It's just knowing that somebody was there to talk to me if I needed to talk to somebody.
I think it's the parenting contract that's made the difference because we've set up specific targets and now Mum is following up on it. And the fact that she knows we're monitoring and if this doesn't happen, she knows that it would end up in court. And obviously to prevent court, she's trying to get her child in school. And the child is also happy because for the last 4 weeks, she's been in every day.
In Hackney, it's the threat, as well as a willingness to prosecute, that's been the key to reducing absence in primary schools.
We might take maybe about 5 or 6 or 7 parents in here into court every month. Whereas if we didn't have the parenting contract, as well as the penalty notices, we'll be taking hundreds to court.
I think Hackney is prepared very clearly to take the tough approach where parents have failed to respond to the range of other measures. And that can clearly act as a deterrent to other parents, but that should be obviously a last resort. Where parents have failed to take responsibility for their child's education, having been given the opportunity to do so, then we would encourage local authorities to be prepared to go down the tough routes, because at the end of the day, young people have a right to have their education protected